On June 10, 1912, the quiet town of Villisca, Iowa, went to sleep. Inside a small white house on 2nd Street, 8 people, 6 children and 2 adults, were drifting off after a church social. They had no idea that someone had been waiting for them in the attic for hours, clutching a long-handled axe. The next morning, a neighbor noticed the house was eerily silent. No kids playing, no smoke from the chimney. When the brother of the homeowner forced the door open, he walked into a literal nightmare. Every person in the house had been bludgeoned to death in their sleep, but it wasn't just the murders that chilled the town to the bone. It was the way the killer prepared the crime scene. Police found the axe in the guest bedroom. It was leaning against the wall, wiped clean of fingerprints, but still stained with blood. But here it gets really bizarre. The killer had covered every mirror and glass surface in the house with clothes and clothing. He didn't want to see his own reflection, or perhaps he didn't want the eyes of the dead watching him. On top of that, no valuables were taken. Even more disturbing, a 4-pound slab of uncooked bacon was found wrapped in a towel on the floor of the downstairs bedroom. A plate of uneaten food sat on the table. The killer hadn't just committed the murders, he had stayed in the house afterward. He lingered in the silence with the bodies, possibly for hours, before simply walking out the front door and locking it behind him. The investigation was a circus of paranoia. Was it Reverend George Kelly, the traveling preacher who left town on an early train that morning and later confessed, then recanted, claiming God told him to slay utterly? Or was it a hired hitman sent by a business rival, State Senator Frank Jones? Some believe it was the work of a serial killer. At the time, similar axe murders were happening along the transcontinental railroad lines. A shadow man moving from town to town, hiding in attics, and vanishing into the steam of the locomotives. To this day, the Villisca house stands. It's been restored to look exactly as it did that night in 1912. Paranormal investigators claim the attic still feels heavy, like someone is still crouched in the corners, waiting for the lights to go out.